And it came to pass, when all Israel heard that Jeroboam was come again, that they sent and called him unto the congregation, and made him king over all Israel. There was none that followed the house of David, but the tribe of Judah only.
Oh, hello there. You don't look like you're from around here. Let me introduce myself. My name is Jeroboam, and I'm king here of the north. The northern 10 tribes of Israel, that is. Have you seen my kingdom? Just imagine it in your mind. It starts north of the Sea of Galilee, in the area of Dan, and it goes on all the way down to just south of here in Bethel. If you ask me, it's quite some area. And do you know who gave it to me? Yahweh, the God of heaven and earth. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go back a little bit. See, years ago, I was Solomon's servant. He put me in charge of one of his work crews, working on one of his many projects. Solomon wasted a lot of time and money sprucing up his little kingdom. Sure, you read about it and it sounds good. But there was a lot of work. And who had to do it? Us! Worse, who had to pay for it? Do you know how much money we had to pay in taxes every year? Too much. But then one day, a prophet came to me. His name was Ahijah. Ahijah told me personally that God was going to take away the kingdom from Solomon because, and I quote, "because they have abandoned me and worshipped the Sidonian goddess Astarte, the Moabite goddess Chemosh, and the Ammonite god Milcom. They have not followed my instructions by doing what I approve and obeying my rules and regulations as Solomon's father David did." And then Ahijah took his garment and ripped it into 12 pieces. Each piece represented one of the 12 tribes of Israel. And then he told me to take 10 of them for myself. Well, what do you think Solomon thought of that? Do you think he'd just stand there and be satisfied with the 2 tribes that God had given him, Benjamin and Judah? I don't think so. Solomon chased me all the way to Egypt. I was there for years hiding from him. That's where I got this little calf here. What do you think? You like it? Where was I? Well, when Solomon died years ago, the people came looking for me and asked me to come back and help them out. I knew it was my chance. So we went up to Solomon's son Rehoboam and we asked him, "Just cut us some slack and we'll serve you. Your father was too hard on us." Made sense. At least you'd think so. Even Solomon's old advisors agreed with us. But would Rehoboam listen? He threatened to make our burden heavier. He threatened to whip us with scorpions. He said, "You think my dad was tough? You ain't seen nothing yet." Do you know what happened next? The people were sick and tired of Solomon, and if Rehoboam wasn't going to be any difference, what inheritance did we have left in David? The people chased him. They chased him and his chariot all the way back to Jerusalem. Good riddance. So the people made me king. Here I am in Shechem, sprucing the place up for myself. I have a couple projects of my own that we're working on. You should see what I did to Penuel. It looks beautiful. The people are happy. But you see, I have a little bit of a problem. The people still need to worship Yahweh. 3 times a year, they're expected to show up in his temple in Jerusalem where Rehoboam is. I know God did say that he would give me these 10 tribes, but I don't know. I mean, what if they go down to worship in Jerusalem and they decide not to come back? I mean, what's going to happen to my kingdom? What to do? I think I have an idea. What if Israel didn't have to go down to Jerusalem to worship Yahweh? What if they could worship him here in the north? Yeah. We could set up our own worship. Like golden calves, put one up in Dan and another one down in Bethel. Yeah. That's fantastic. Oh. We could make our own priests. Anybody could be a priest. I mean, look at those troublemakers. We could give them something good to do with their time. We could even make our own feast days. I mean, tomorrow could be a feast to Yahweh. Wow, I think we've got it. Worshipping calves. Why didn't anybody think of this before?